before just started leaking, and it fucking leaked it and everything out. So I can't really clean my windows until when I get back over there. I'm gonna throw water on it. I don't know if I ever told this story before, but yesterday when I was saying about where I parked up off that exit over there, there was this guy that worked there. I would talk to him every day. I would say he was like my buddy, you know. Every time I parked, I would go in there and hang out with him for like 10-15 minutes. One day I went in there, he was all happy as shit. And I was like, what's going on with you, man? And he said, I won the lottery. I was like, holy shit, good for you, man. That's fucking great. He was telling me all about it. He won like $300,000. I was like, wow, man, that's great. Good for you. He went on with this story for like a month. He even threw a party, like an I won the lottery party. And then a couple of weeks, yeah, maybe about a week, 2 weeks, something like that. I go in there, the owner's in there, and that guy, what's this guy doing? The owner's in there, and that guy's not in there. And he was there every day. This guy worked 7 days a week. The owner came over to me and he said, yeah, he got arrested today. And I was like, no shit, what the fuck? What happened? He said he was going around telling everybody he won the lottery, but he's been stealing money from me for about a year now. He stole over $200,000. Now that owner of that place he's a little shady himself. I never got the full story, like exactly what he stole. The owner was telling me he was stealing, like he was taking the money from trucks going in there, getting fuel and shit somehow. Over the course of a year. And it equaled out to like $250,000 or some shit. But yeah, that guy's a little shady himself, so I don't know if I actually believe him about how he was stealing money, but evidence had to have been there. He got arrested. He was in jail for a year, and then he got deported back to India. And he was like the nicest guy in the world, you know? You would never think that he'd be a fucking thief. Once he got deported to India, that guy had my number because, like I said, I was friendly with him, and he texted me from an email. This was probably like a year and a half ago at this point. So we were talking, you know, texting back and forth for like a half hour, and I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna ask this guy what actually happened. And I asked him, I said, dude, why did you get arrested? What, like, exactly happened? And he didn't really answer me. He said, oh, the owner's a scumbag, this and that. And I said, but what actually happened, though? Like, why did you get arrested? And he never answered me, and I never heard from him again. So he obviously did something really fucked up. But I never actually got the full story. I just got the story from the owner. And I didn't really trust that guy to begin with either. That owner, he tried to scam all of us while we were getting fuel there. He was filling the tanks at the fuel station with red diesel. I remember one day I was getting fuel. I was like looking in the tank to see, like, just to see like where the level was, like if I was almost filled up or not. And the color looked fucking funny. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So I pulled it out, I pulled the nozzle out of my fuel tank a little bit, and then I sprayed it in there, like into the hole with the nozzle out of the tank a little bit so I could see the fuel, and it was freaking red. So just to double check, I had an old gallon of that Lucas fuel treatment stuff, and I filled that thing up with the red fuel, and then I left it there right outside of the pump. I kind of left it there so people would know that there's fucking red fuel in here. This was back when the guy that stole was still working there, so I called him up. I was like, dude, I'm not getting fuel here anymore. You guys, he put red fuel in those tanks in there. Then the next day, the owner called me up. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I have a really big feeling he did that on purpose. That guy was a real shady motherfucker. Definitely did that on purpose. He was getting the fuel for cheaper, and there was no tax or whatever the deal is with that fuel. But anyway, over time I stopped getting fuel there anyway, because I was going through filters, like fuel filters, once a week. So the quality of that fuel in general was really, really bad. Stopping off here to get fuel now. It's what time is it? It's 4:30. We got our preload. So we're going to be starting at the landfill tomorrow. I'd rather get fuel now than to dump off the load in the morning and then on my way back out here get fuel like in the middle of the day. I'd rather not do that, so I just get it now, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. As much as I don't want to, because I'd much rather go straight home right now, but it's all good. I have one of their company trailers right now, and honestly they are not too great. All these other guys pull these trailers and they just don't give a fuck about them. Who the fuck is that? I have no idea who that is. Like that guy that was all over the road in one of my most recent videos. Alright, man. He pulls these things. Someone else pulls them, and like they only pull these trailers. They have their own trailers, but their trailers just sit up there loaded for literally weeks, and they'll just keep pulling these, probably because these pieces of shit are in better shape than their own. But yeah, anyway, they'll just constantly pull these trailers all week, and shit'll break, or they'll break shit, and they'll just drop it there, and they won't like say anything. Like if I pull these trailers and I see anything wrong, like the freaking lights don't work, or there's a brake chamber leaking, any problem, I'll text them and I'll be like, hey, this is broken, and they do send the mechanic over to come and fix the shit. guys will just pull them. They'll get like a flat tire or something, or even blow a tire, and they'll just drop the trailer and leave it, not say anything to anybody. But there's something with this trailer, when I hit the brakes, the trailer brakes are like, oh, we got it. They like hesitate. It takes like 5 seconds for the trailer brakes to start engaging. It's freaking weird. I don't like it. Not really sure what the problem could be there. I never had that issue before with any of my trailers, but I'm gonna let her know. It's like you hit the brakes and you're like, oh shit, I don't have a trailer. Like you could tell if the trailer brakes aren't working if you have a loaded trailer behind you. It's like, oh fuck, the trailer brakes aren't working. And then out of nowhere, you'll feel it pull you back. So I don't necessarily like pulling these trailers, but I went back over there later in the day, and they didn't need my empty trailer. So if you're gonna go back at the end of the day, it's like your goal is to double up, like to get 2 loaded trailers. Like so pick a loaded trailer up and then have another one loaded there, so you could just drop and hook in the morning and be really quick. That's kind of the point, to go back and get a preload later in the day. But they didn't use my trailer, so I would have only had the one on me and an empty trailer up there. That's why I grabbed this. So that's my preload story. I wonder who that was going the other way, swerving into my lane like that. They waved like they were just fucking with me, but I have no idea who that was. All right, we're gonna get fuel here, and I'll talk to you later.